What's up, guys? JT.
Straight Edge and
Shawty Ray.
got a special guest
You sound gay.
in Ray Ray. I'm not calling you Shawty Ray Ray. Not calling you Shawty.
Shawty.
Nope. Not calling you Shawty. It's Ray Ray. It's Ray Ray.
Right.
Shawty for you.
This is our 2014 year-end review, year-end awards. And we're also going to get into what we think is going to happen in 2015.
2015?
And where do you want to start with 2014?
Yeah, let's go in chronological order.
Chronological order.
2014, 2015. I say 2014 is first.
So you want to start off with the Rumble? I mean, are we going to go that in depth here? Or are we just going to go with the
Let's
awards?
just give our
awards?
basic awards. So, let's start off with, let's start small. Let's go Diva of the Year.
Diva of the Year.
What's your award and why?
This might rub people the wrong way, but I gotta say
I
Paige.
disagree.
I gotta say Paige. Paige, and you see how I did that? Rub people the wrong way. Paige. Paige is Diva of the Year. I got Paige.
What's your reason? Give a little 30
ahead.
10 seconds.
Awesome debut.
Tell me.
Awesome debut. Takes the title off AJ, who is the best
See.
diva.
I'm going
And
first.
then she's just a rising star. She's on a roll.
What's my Diva of the Year? Paige. It's got to be Paige. I mean, come on. She's fine looking. She's a great wrestler. She's a good talker. They're booking her terribly, but she's still killing it. She had maybe Diva Match of the Year back in the day with Emma, who was being way underbooked, by the way.
Mm.
I got to give it to Paige.
I gotta give it to AJ because AJ bad. She is the baddest woman in the WWE history. AJ Lee.
But did you see Paige lick Natalya
Did you see AJ kiss all of those guys
in 2013?
in 2013?
And 12?
That's just enough to be baddest diva ever.
All right. So we all agree.
Diva of the decade.
We all agree
AJ.
it's Paige.
AJ Lee.
we all agree it's Paige.
All
Yeah.
right. So
But let's go into underbooked.
there we go.
Underbooked. What
Actually,
you got?
legitimately, Emma would have a case here.
Emma does have a case. Let's go ahead and point
I'm
that
not
out.
sure you can say it's Dolph anymore because even though he is a little underbooked, he's up there, you know. And I don't think you can say it's Bray because even though he's gotten a lot of losses, he's still being booked high. Now, Cesaro, on the other hand,
Hold up. Here we go. Hey, yeah.
isn't even in big matches. He wins the Battle Royal. Andre the Giant tosses Big Show over the ropes. It's supposed to be this big moment. All of a sudden, he's a top guy. He's a Paul Heyman guy. Everything's flying high. Me and Straight Edge were all over him. We were excited. Everybody was excited, ready for Cesaro to be Breakout Superstar of the Year for 2014.
No doubt.
He's a rosebud. Like, what happened? He went from, here to here, and then they just dropped the pen,
Yeah, they did.
It's awful.
Terrible.
I have to agree with you. I think Cesaro would be the most underbooked superstar of the year because, like, think about it. He had a great start to the year, and then they just phased him out of nowhere. And it's just like, what the fuck? This is like your most talented superstar that you have on the main roster. So why don't you utilize him?
Yeah, Cesaro for sure, but you do bring up a good point with Bray. Because you can actually say validly like that he's underbooked.
Yeah.
I mean, goes up, has an awesome. I'm not gonna say awesome WrestleMania match because he didn't win. He should have won.
It was decent. Yeah.
It was a decent match. Then
He got buried.
all of that momentum, but he got buried by
The
John
next
Cena.
pay-per-view,
Then
he literally got
he
buried.
literally got buried.
He
Oh my
put the
God.
thing over.
Yeah, I mean, you can legitimately say a case for Bray. You can say a case possibly for Dean Ambrose too. I mean, let's face it. Like we said in that WrestleMania,
Yeah, but
At least he had intriguing storylines.
He had
He had
storylines.
intriguing storylines. He was with the Shield on top. He ran the yard for a long time.
Like Cesaro is basically becoming NXT act. And as good as NXT is, it's not supposed to be. Like, he's making money to be on the main roster, not NXT.
So we have all three got Cesaro here. And I think, honestly, anybody who's a wrestling fan has Cesaro. It's underbooked.
He should probably go off to TNA, man. They're not going to book
No
him
doubt.
right in the WWE. So
They're really not. And that'd be good for him.
Yeah.
Let's go on. Let's go talker of the year first.
Best talker.
Best talker.
All right, I'll start this. My name is Paul Heyman. No, Paul Heyman, best talker of the year. I mean, you tune into Raw, if you do, to watch what he's gonna say. When you know he's gonna be there, I always fast forward through some stuff just knowing that there's a Paul Heyman segment like 10 minutes down the road, because he is so exciting. He's legitimately a talent nowadays. He's not just a guy that's walking around the locker room helping guys. He is one of their top talents in the company, period. And he doesn't even set his foot in the ring with any boots on. I mean, it's incredible. His ability to sell Brock Lesnar and to keep him relevant over a 7-8 month period without Brock, wrestling more than 3 or 4 matches is, I mean, he's the only one that could have done it.
No doubt.
I understand your choice, but I'd like to go with the obvious answer here, Bray Wyatt. I mean, no one captivates the audience more than Bray Wyatt. This dude will sing a kid's song in the middle of a segment and have the whole universe singing this song.
Right, WrestleMania. Oh my gosh. That whole build up.
Bro, Bray Wyatt is the shit. Like, nobody is messing with him on the mic, in my opinion. He's more clever, and like his delivery is so unique. I mean, Paul Heyman, he stays facts, but Bray Wyatt is so much more unique, in my opinion.
And the good thing about both of those guys is it's not like they actually like write the stuff out. You know what I mean? Like they have their points, they go out there, and it's kind of just like, I wouldn't say like really necessarily off the dome.
No, but doesn't Bray write his own stuff?
But Bray writes his own stuff.
Basically.
Paul, he just when he goes out there, he just knows what he's gonna, his main points. If they handed
Paul a cheat sheet, he would throw that thing back.
He'd do it.
Unless it was Vince.
Wipe his ass with it.
Spit on it and then throw it back.
Yeah, right.
So who you got?
I got Paul in this one.
Paul?
I got Paul. I think Jordan you had all the main points there. It's just unbelievable. Like, all of the promos he did leading up to the Taker match, after the Taker match.
Incredible. Cena.
After Cena. Everything. Just been great. The stuff he's doing right now. Yeah, like, anything he touches is gold. So
check out the Stone Cold podcast with Paul Heyman on it.
You got to plug the old 316. Throw back a couple Steve Weisers.
That leads us into top promo of the year.
Top promo. And this is, I got Paul Heyman as my top talker.
Of course.
But my and there's so many promos.
I wonder if you're going to steal mine.
Promos. There's so many good promos.
Mine,
Rollins after the Shield broke up.
Okay.
And I got to go with this one. Because, dude, like, everybody starts chanting the whole "you sold out" thing, "you sold out," and then he just comes out with this. It had to be off the top of the dome because you just look at his face, like he pauses and he's like, "I didn't sell out. I bought in to the evolution of Seth Rollins." That just won me over right there. I was like, "Holy!" But there's so many good ones.
I can see that.
So many good ones.
I can't really comment on like what would be the best promo because I'm just going off the top of the head right now. I haven't written anything down. But I can say the only thing about Rollins breaking up with the Shield is that they tried it once before that. And you knew it was going to come. And then they didn't really do anything to change it up.
My thing with the whole Rollins is like, you have Triple H who's like bona fide the baddest dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, gets the most boos. Everybody hates this guy. When Rollins came out after the Shield broke up on that SmackDown, he was getting booed more than anybody, even Triple H. Like, Triple H came out first. More people booed Rollins. So Shield was at such a high level, at the top of their game. Gotta go with that one.
You know what I really like, though? Jordan pointed out to it, fucking Rollins held Edge in that ring. Like,
yes,
man,
dude, that
made John Cena bring the Authority back. That was pretty good.
That's a good one.
To kind of aid Spencer's point here and counter Big Boy over here.
Wait. So we're not gonna call him Shouty, but we're gonna call him Big Boy.
Shouty Ray Ray.
Wait, hold on.
Shouty Ray Ray.
Little boy. Ray Ray over here.
Shouty.
Okay, so we thought. I remember watching the Shield start to break down, and everybody thought, when are they gonna break up? They're supposed to, crack. Dean Ambrose was supposed to be the one to turn heel. Actually, originally it was actually the plan. Like, it was in the works, and then they took that back and made it Rollins. But at the time, even though you saw like the breakup coming, and then they started to act like a team again, the thing was they were coming off of the win over Evolution. It was that Raw after they beat Evolution, and they were arguably at their strongest you've ever seen the Shield. So to see him, turn his back on them in that moment, I thought they hit a home run, because that was the perfect time to turn them. And I didn't see it coming, because I let my guard down. The month before, if they had done that, I wouldn't have been shocked, because everybody thought they were going to break up. But then they went full, face mode, and everybody's loving them, and they were just on a roll, and they were drawing money. And to see that, just utter shock of Seth Rollins beating up Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in the ring, it was pretty cool.
It was cool. The only thing about it is, like, they could have changed up who was going to break the Shield apart, because in the first time they had Seth Rollins do it, and then the second time they had him do it again. Like, they didn't even care. They didn't put any effort into, like.
You're referring to the walkout, right?
The walkout.
Yeah. Another, and I'm not, like, I've made my pick, but it just came to me. Another really good promo. They're talking about Paul Heyman. Chicago, Illinois.
Yes.
When CM Punk's music hits and Paul Heyman comes out. That's great. That was gold.
Or even Paul Heyman after Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker.
Yeah.
Beat the Street.
Yeah.
The night that CM Punk was supposed to come back in Chicago, I didn't believe it, but I wanted to believe it, and a lot of people wanted to believe it. And everybody was reporting that he's probably going to return to Chicago. So when you heard that music, you go,
"Oh man,
he comes out!
Oh my
God, he did it!"
And then Paul Heyman walks out.
Oh,
he's
God,
a beast.
it was gold.
So Paul had his CM Punk promo when he beat the Undertaker. I mean, Brock beat the Undertaker, and he comes out. There's so many good promos from Paul. The Undertaker one, the Cena one. I went through all of them. I think
the Cena one being the suplex.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Suplex, repeat.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep, conquer.
Yeah.
I think the best promo of the year and the most lasting impact was Ultimate Warrior on Raw.
Ooh.
The
Man.
night before he passed away.
That was crazy.
Man.
When he gave
so good.
Such an impactful speech that I didn't get to grow up watching him, but I knew of him because of how popular he was. And I never got the chance to actually watch him in the ring other than, old stuff. But to see the passion that he came out with and spoke with, it was awesome. And then I find out, he passed away.
Like a day later.
And it was mainstream news. And, this is one of those guys that transcended the business. Forget wrestling. Sure. He was a star.
For sure.
Yeah, he was.
And he was only there for, a very short time. So to have the impact that he did in that amount of time, to finally come back and reconcile with Vince after all these years, and for him, it's almost like he knew something was going on, but he didn't. I mean, to cut that insanely specific promo, and for all the young talent to be able to meet him, shake his hand, and talk to him, I think he loved that, and that made that moment truly special.
That's just a huge coincidence. I think he knew something was going on. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Illuminati,
yeah, for sure, for sure. So,
they did bring in that Ascension with all the fucking.
Oh man,
it's full of Illuminati.
But moving on, let's get into moment. Being just, I don't really like to do it. OMG moment. Holy shit moment. Oh.
This is tough.
There were some really good ones.
Okay.
And let's hold on. Well, let's start this off with saying the Slammy Awards. Oh my god. Terrible. Like that's a WTF moment.
Yeah.
The Slammy Awards. That's terrible. But I think their OMG moment was Jericho jumping off the cage.
That was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, but I mean that's not. I don't think it's near OMG moment. I think the obvious choice here is Taker losing to Brock at WrestleMania. But there's other things we can talk about. I'll let you guys.
Is that your pick?
That's my pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the obvious one. Got some points to hit on though.
All right. I was thinking. I had a couple of mine. I thought of the Shield breakup.
That's a good one.
That really caught me by surprise. I hope I'm not talking about yours, but when Daniel Bryan teased retiring on Raw, I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan, so that it didn't send me over the edge, but I was concerned. To be honest, with this whole PG format, I was shocked when there was a lesbian kiss on Raw, which was fantastic. And I did not see it coming, and they haven't done it in years. They kept kissing each other's hands and stuff. Mm-hmm. So they finally kissed. I thought that was the coolest moment of the year, to be honest. Like that was almost on par with Paul Heyman's face to me, because not because of the moment of it in itself, but the significance of maybe they are willing to go past what Vince is holding them down to. So I'm hoping that leads into edgier stuff for 2015.
I mean, I guess I would have to go with the obvious. The Undertaker losing. Wow. Wow. Did you see that guy's face?
Oh my God, his face though.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's everybody's face.
People.
That's everybody's face. Let's be real.
They were so mad. They're still mad.
Except Jordan, because he's jumping over people.
I'm still really mad about that.
Jumping over people.
You got to keep Undertaker's legacy going. But
I think honestly,
Undertaker's
legacy is
his legacy is in stone.
It's in stone. But you know what? I kind of don't want to see him wrestle this year in WrestleMania.
Yeah,
a lot of people feel that way.
A lot of people.
I kind of don't want to see it anymore.
But I would say that the Undertaker's been wrestling for 25 years ish. So in the wrestling business, you can put a guy over, but you don't have much currency as a wrestler outside of your reputation. So the biggest thing, he can train kids all day long, young wrestlers. He can put somebody over anywhere but WrestleMania, and it would have an impact. But for his, big hurrah, he held in his hand his streak, and he passed it on to the guy that he thought was worthy of being the guy to pass that down to the next guy. So, I mean, the Taker gets it. He gets that he can't be immortal forever. And even though I'm sure he'd love to retire with the streak, he understood what it meant to give back to the business after all these years.
Kind of ties in with that Ultimate Warrior promo, too.
Yeah. Another huge moment, like John Cena really taking that L against Brock Lesnar, 16 suplexes.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest moment that we haven't even hit on, the biggest moment probably of the whole year, Sting. Dude, that's huge. That's huge.
The only thing about Sting is he came for that one moment, and we haven't seen him since.
But even the moment to me,
the moment in itself,
it kind of sucked to me because it was spoiled for us, but that didn't even matter to me because he didn't have his entrance music, and that really that ticked me off. And the fact that there was a crow noise, and it was confusing because all of a sudden the referee just stopped counting because he heard a noise. It's like, I think they really screwed up the way he entered.
For sure.
I really think he should have popped in Undertaker style. Lights go out. He appears in the ring. Because it just didn't. It wasn't like, oh my God, here's Sting. It was like, wow, he's finally here. It's like, I didn't go crazy. Like when Brock beat Undertaker, I went nuts.
You went nuts.
When Sting came in,
you went nuts.
We've known about it for so long. We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know when. And
it was I mean, it was
a cool moment, but it wasn't like I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, too right.
Also, Anthony did spoiled it for us too at the same time. So
Didn't help, but
that probably
it's all right.
that probably works.
Let's do match of the year now.
Match of
Go
the
to match of the
year.
year. What you got?
Match.
Because there actually were some pretty decent ones this year. I'll be honest.
Should we do solo and then tag match separately?
Oh man, let's go straight up into it.
Mm.
The Slammy Awards.
Because I have two.
The Slammy Award had Survivor Series as match of the year, which that match was good, but nah.
Which Survivor Series match?
The year.
2014.
The Survivor Series.
The
match
Survivor
itself?
Series.
I
match
forget.
itself,
I have no comment.
yeah. No comment.
No comment.
I would have to go. Oh, Cena Lesnar's calling my name. I'd have to go. Shield Wyatt's one. Shield Wyatt's one.
Really?
Because the build up to that was the one thing that WWE absolutely crushed
That was
this
A
year.
plus. That was an A+ build up.
Oh my
A+.
gosh, I was so. It's been a
Oh
long
my
time
God.
since I was really excited to see a match. And
Marking out, man.
seeing their face-offs on Raw, where they would step up to the ring, look at each other, and then finally we got a little brawl between them, and it was like just enough to tease you to see to want to see more. To see those three go at it against the Wyatts, and the Wyatts, I feel that really solidified Luke Harper as a star when we saw how well he worked with those guys from the Shield.
No doubt.
He was flipping all over the place. He was suicide diving. He was every bit as athletic as Dean Ambrose in there, really. I mean, it was incredible. And then Rowan, even though he can't work that well, he played his part very well as the big, strong dude. I mean, it was well booked. It was well wrestled. The storyline was there. The hype was there. It met it. And the right team won. And it was just a great, great match with great spots.
For me, and it's interesting that you picked Shield Wyatts, because mine is Shield Evolution.
Of course.
Gotta go with that
That's
one.
another one.
Shield Wyatts helped that because, Shield's back together. They're on top. Just got rid of the New Age Outlaws. And Kane. WrestleMania had their little moment, that little 10-second match. But, like, I had heard the rumors that, Evolution's coming back, and it's like, okay, well, Shield Wyatts, they got a feud with one of them. You're leaning towards the Shield, but then you're like, I don't know if it's really going to happen. Like, surely they're not going to. Like, surely it's just a one-night thing. They're bringing Ric Flair back sometime. Surely it's just a one-night thing. But no. Like, when Roman Reigns spears Triple H, the night after Raw, or night after WrestleMania, man. It had a build-up. Both matches were completely solid. It built up the Shield as, like, this completely dominant thing that no one's going to touch except themselves, obviously, with Seth breaking them up. And I think that does it for me. Shield Evolution.
Speaking of Evolution, can we do fuck up of the year?
Fuck up of the year. Go
Fuck
for it.
up
Go
of
for
the
it.
year.
Go for it. This is you.
Letting
All
you
you.
on this video.
All you.
Batista coming
Batista.
back at Royal Rumble was the fuck up of the year.
Big Dave. No.
Big Dave.
No, man. I can't go with that. I gotta go with the fuck up
I
being
love
him
Big
winning.
Dave.
Him winning the Royal Rumble.
No, the thing is,
You know what
the
I'm saying?
fact that he just, him winning the Royal Rumble.
There
yes.
we go.
Yes,
Him
him winning.
promo at NXT or whatever.
Like, why would you bring Batista
It was
back?
terrible timing.
It was just terrible timing.
Well,
Just
there
terrible
was
timing.
naivety because the WWE thought that the Daniel Bryan thing would go away, and it didn't.
Right.
And Batista just added fuel to the fire, and he got screwed.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio got screwed, and Daniel Bryan got screwed, all three, in that night. And it was just bad because they booed the last, 10 minutes of the match. Loud boos.
Yep.
Man,
And then they booed Batista when he came out.
And Dave
the
actually
next night.
came back and he wrestled.
Come on. Here we go.
wrestled every week.
And he put
This is something-
your boy over. He put your boy over in the middle of the ring, tapping out to a little
Yes.
Daniel Bryan,
Yes.
5'6", 5'7".
And this is the thing I gotta touch on before we close this out with
I got
Superstar
another
of the
thing
Year.
with Match of the Year too. So
Well,
Keep going.
okay, all right. I mean, really? CM Punk just walks out and quits, and everybody cheers his name, chants his name for months and months and months and months and months. Yes, he's a huge star, but he freaking quit and walked out and left everybody hanging. And then Batista comes in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's guaranteed all this stuff.
full time.
But he's like
Full-time worker.
full-time worker. He's not even like a Brock Lesnar 3 times, a year thing. Full time. Puts over Daniel Bryan, and they boo him as he walks out.
It was crazy.
Like for the second time.
Now, I would say, here's my argument why it's over Evolution. To me, if you look at Batista's Twitter, it says WWE Jobber for a reason. Because at that point, you knew the Shield was going to go over on Evolution. In my opinion, I had no clue who was going to win Shield and Wyatt's because it's so rare to get 2 dominant stables at the same time being booked correctly. So to have the Shield, who were so strong at the time, so hot, and then the Wyatts with Bray Wyatt, this cult leader, he's on fire, and all of a sudden you see Luke and Rowan
doing work,
beating up the tag team scene. To see those 3 of the Wyatts against the 3 of the Shield, and it's funny because they all just matched up perfectly with each other's styles. I mean, it was just so. It was the right time. They killed it with the timing with that match, but I feel like they could have stretched that out, and they could have gone. Instead, they had a rematch on Main Event for some reason. I think they could have gone Shield Wyatt's at Mania 2 and torn the house down, and then you wouldn't have had Bray jobbing to Cena,
right? And
then a squash match,
right.
And then you got Rowan and Harper in the Battle Royal. I thought they really hit a home run with that match by itself, because to me, Evolution, it's like Batista was bad, cool, but the other 2 are there every week. It's not like the original, Road Warriors appeared out of nowheres. It's the Evolution. I mean, they're cool, but they're not. One of them has been jobbing to Cena for the past year, and then one of them jobbed to Daniel Bryan, and one of them is jobbing to Daniel Bryan. So, it's 3 guys that you didn't expect. They're not there to get put over. They're there to put over. So that's all. It was a great match. I think top 3 easily. But that's why I would have Wyatt's Shield.
All right, Superstar of the Year. This is the main thing. This is the big deal.
Yes. Main roster Superstar.
Main roster Superstar. Here we go.
Oh, that's tough.
You gotta go with Brock.
You can go with Brock.
I'm going with Brock.
Just the fact that Brock only wrestled like 3 or 4 times, I just can't give it to him. I mean, like, by default, Brock is easily like the best person like out there, but he just hasn't wrestled enough for me. He hasn't even showed up enough for me.
I'm gonna give it to Brock. The implications of him beating the Undertaker, conquering the streak, and then nobody has ever beaten John Cena like that. So to see
right,
not even talking I'm talking real
just beat down.
Like the fact that they booked John Cena to get beat up for 20 minutes.
The fact that John
Cena
agreed
crazy
to that.
I don't think he had a choice. I mean, I feel like Vince said, "Hey, you got to take this one on the chin because Brock's gonna kick my ass." Because you look at Brock. Brock is really, so many WWE fans hate on him for not being there, but Brock has put over so many people that he didn't have to. He doesn't need money. He wants money to fund his lifestyle. which is fairly cheap compared to most rich people.
Right.
But he came back and he put Triple H over. You know,
For some reason.
Yeah. He put John Cena over at one point. I mean,
once again,
he got his. I'm sure he came back and he had to get his retribution by getting the title, and they were like, "All right, Brock, you had that happen to you. Now you get the title."
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Brock by any means. It's just like you can't put him over the people who's actually there working
right
every week.
I can.
So I guess
just actually there.
I can kind of see where you're going with this.
I mean,
you got Daniel then?
Do I have Daniel?
But he was hurt for 8 months.
He was hurt for 8 months. If I were to pick Daniel, I'd rather pick CM Punk over Daniel. Because like the fact that you pointed out, everybody was cheering for him
when he left.
After he left, like that's your superstar of the year, really. But if I really had to choose,
damn, you had options. Sounds like you gotta go Brock.
You gotta go Brock.
Well, who would you give it to? Like Seth Rollins hasn't done anything to make you go.
You know what? You know what? I would give it to Seth Rollins if I really had to.
But
really,
he hasn't done anything.
Well, I gotta disagree.
Breaking up money in the bank, breaking up with the Shield, winning money in the bank.
But
what is he? Edge hostage.
Solidified he's done cool things.
Solidified a heel. He's the.
But what is he like? What is it amounted to? Is nothing yet.
I mean, you can't look at it from a booking perspective though, because they really messed him up.
But that's part of it though.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking best worker of the year, then
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, you can.
That's my superstar.
Say whoever.
Seth Rollins.
But you got to go with how he's booked. That's just what happens.
So we got Brock, and Seth. All right. There we go. So
what about our NXT 2014 Superstar of the Year?
Are we just gonna do Superstar match?
We'll just do Superstar for NXT for 2014.
NXT? All right. Well.
He's pretty new to NXT, so I don't know if you have one, but if you do,
for 2014,
yeah, you do. No. Just throw out the guy you like right now and just say, "Hey, that's my guy."
Kevin Owens, that's my guy.
I mean, the obvious choice is Sammy.
I was gonna say Baron Corbin.
Right?
You should have said.
I mean, the obvious choice is Sammy, but I gotta go Neville.
I would go Neville every day.
I gotta go Neville. Neville.
Adrian Neville. He's maybe the best worker in the company at this point. He's the best athlete in the company.
Right.
He's not a great talker yet, but he's in developmental for a reason.
I don't think he can be a great talker just because of like his accent, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I think he can do something with that.
I mean,
as long as they don't screw him up.
Has Ray ever been a good talker? No.
Really? Yeah.
You can like him. I like Ray. I like hearing him talk, but he's not a good talker.
Right.
But he's really exciting.
He's not gonna win you over. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But Ray is Mexican, which is cool. Like British, that's not cool. Like who?
Paige is British.
Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett. I love hearing that dude talk.
Yeah, but his story is really cool too, so you can latch on to it. I mean, he's the first wrestler from his area in England, so that's pretty cool.
So sticking with NXT though, what's the outlook for 2015? Now that we're done, that
2015 NXT.
I mean, let's start with who do you think is going to possibly go up to the main roster?
Wait, time out. I'm sorry. Back to Baron Corbin thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really do like Baron Corbin. His character is like flawless to me. Just hasn't had a match over 14 seconds.
Oh, thank you, Mr. NXT. Right.
So
thank you.
So would you say, he's kind of like your guy for like breakout for NXT this year?
Yeah, I mean, if he can actually show that he can wrestle. I haven't, like he said, I'm new to NXT. I haven't seen him have a match over like 15, 16 seconds. So he hasn't really shown anything to me. But like his character like reminds me a lot of the Undertaker, really. In a sense, not the same at all, but like just the way that he walks out there, his stare, that 1,000-yard stare.
You're right. That cold look.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
It's pretty dope.
For me, guy that could be like a breakout for 2015. Obvious choice being Kevin Owens, of course, but I gotta say Finn Balor. I think he's gonna be the breakout guy in 2015. I mean, he like wows you over number one with the entrance. Number two, he can just work, dude. Like this guy is really good. So, and I would say, Kenta, but well, Hideo Itami, right?
Yeah.
But I just don't know. Like he's kind of a wild card because they can really screw him up bad. So I'm not gonna say Kenta. I'm gonna go with Finn Balor being the breakout guy for NXT this year.
Oh man, okay. The breakout guy. In NXT.
In NXT.
Like, making the impact in NXT.
Making the impact in NXT. So we've got, Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
I got
No,
Finn
I
Balor.
just got Kevin Owens.
You got Kevin Owens?
No.
Oh, you got Kevin Owens too? Both of you guys got
I
Owens.
got Kevin Owens.
Yeah, solid choice.
I mean, you just see the way they're pushing him, and it's
Right.
He's got the personality to hold a top spot. And he's got the ability in the ring.
And it's not like
and he's got Triple H on his side.
And it's not like I don't like Kevin Owens. I love Kevin Owens. Kevin Steen. However.
Kevin Owens.
But I just gotta go Finn here. Like, sure, Kevin's gonna have an amazing year, but I think Finn's gonna win some people over.
And I said earlier, I think Kevin's gonna be the first one to get to the WWE.
So that's the next thing for us. That's the next thing for NXT. Who's going up? Who's going up to the main roster this year?
I think
you got Kevin?
He won't be the first one. But I know he will be in the main roster faster than most wrestlers in there. Like I think he will be before the end of the year.
I can agree with that. I'm not gonna pick him to be the guy to go this year. I think maybe 2016, but for sure, like this dude's gonna go up quicker than we think.
Nuts, dude. I just keep rewatching this. Fuck, that wasn't even a moment. Keep talking.
Anyways, moving on. We got
he just makes him
the superstar that we think will be on the main roster by the end of the year.
You gotta oh my god, the way he
for
picks
me,
him up and just throws him.
For me, I gotta go here. I gotta go with the obvious being Adrian Neville. I think he's gotta be
first one there.
He's got to be the first
I think
one
he'll be there within a month.
First one there.
You think so?
Yep.
A month?
I hope so.
I don't know about a month.
I don't think about a month.
I think he'll be there by Mania.
Be there by Mania.
But who would he?
Man.
No, I don't think he'll be in.
I gotta say Raw after
Mania
Mania.
match.
I gotta say Raw after Mania.
I think he'll be in the
Battle Royal.
I think he might have an
You know what?
appearance in the Royal.
The first one has to be Neville, in my opinion. He just lost the NXT title.
Right.
They're giving the cards the same
he lost his rematch too.
Cards are in
and he lost his rematch. They're giving Reigns.
Here we go. This is just too legit to quit.
Smack. Oh my God.
Why
Baron
did they
Corbin's
hype that up
finisher.
so much if it was just
Baron Corbin's finisher here.
To make him look even stronger.
So
okay.
now we move to WWE and our outlook
Fuck
for
the
2015.
Usos.
Fuck the Fusos, right? Where do we see? Let's
talk about Jamie Noble.
let's talk about J&J Security. My guys.
I hate those guys.
My guys. All right, let's just start off. The tough questions. Hey, who you got as the top guy, like the made guy,
2015.
at the end of 2015?
End of 2015.
Like the guy, like hope this
hold
this
on,
dude's
hold
legit.
on.
Oh snap! Here we go. Oh,
My cell phone is Roman, no Reigns. I got Roman Reigns.
Roman
as
Reigns.
my top guy. It's not even gonna be a question to me.
I got Seth Rollins.
I-
Seth Rollins will be the top guy.
I got Seth Rollins too, man. I got Seth. I got Seth.
Nope.
You want to just go ahead and get into this top five
It's
then?
gonna be Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. I see where you're
There's
going
no
with
denying
it.
him.
I see where you're going with it.
But I mean, Seth has that money in the bank.
I don't
He's
care.
not-
Not to mention the
he's
dude
going
can
to cash
talk.
in on Roman.
Yeah,
The dude
I know.
can talk.
And he can talk.
You think Seth's gonna hold the title though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Not
For,
to me.
He
for
will
a
go
while.
into 2016.
I gotta say, no. I don't
champion.
think he's gonna go into 2016
I think so.
champion.
Roman Reigns will take that title back. He'll be a 2-time champion.
Yeah,
by SummerSlam.
I'd say by the end of the year, Reigns will have the title, but I gotta say Rollins holds on to it for a while.
I think Reigns is a
I think-
2-time champion by SummerSlam.
What?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't think they're gonna switch off
Wow.
titles like that.
Wow. That's
That's my bold prediction right there.
a bold prediction for 2015.
2-time champion by SummerSlam.
All right, let's just get into this top 5. Who do you think are your 5 guys? You got Roman as the top 1.
All right, I'll go
I
5.
got Seth.
I'll go my 5th guy. This is a lot of optimism, but Bray Wyatt. I really want him to be allowed to go, over. It's got to be Bray, He's so talented. They need to. He's just got to be up there, man. He's so good at what he does. He's maybe the best heel worker in the company outside of Rollins right now. So, let him go. let him be himself. Let him talk. Let him wrestle.
Bray.
Gotta be Bray. You got Bray?
I got Bray at number 5 as well. And
I
that's not even. I'm not even gonna call it optimistic. I'm gonna say, but that's kind of. I think that's kind of low. I think it's kind of low for him. His potential should be number 1, but
they don't.
They're gonna hold him back.
I'm putting Ziggler at 5.
you're gonna put Dolph.
I was thinking about Ziggler at 5.
Ziggler
Man,
at 5.
you're really gonna
It's
be
hard
shocked.
to keep him out of the top
Just-
5.
you're
but
gonna
Just
be shocked.
because he's one of the best wrestlers in the company.
Right.
They also teased
Most
that
popular.
he was going to be a breakout superstar of the year on the website.
Most popular behind Daniel Bryan by far.
But yes.
And then,
completely agree with that.
The only thing is they just don't book him right.
Mhm.
They're not. They just keep on giving him these stupid ass titles that don't mean shit.
Who you got at 4 then?
My number 4 is Daniel Bryan. I think he'll be a title holder because I think he'll win at Mania. I'm hoping Brock retains, but I really think that it's going to happen. And I think he's going to stay high mid-card for the rest of the year. So I don't think you're going to see as big of an impact as last year because that was huge. And there's more
There's no way
guys
you can
coming
repeat
up
that.
now.
Yeah, there's no way you can repeat that.
But I think Bryan establishes himself this year, reestablishes himself as a top guy, top 4.
And this is gonna piss you off. I got Roman at number 4. I
That's
mean,
what you
he's
think.
to me, the guy really can't talk. He's good. He's got the lineage. He's got the lineage. He's got the look. This dude can do great things in the ring. They don't really let him do too many awesome things in the ring, but the guy's capable of it. But I'm going to say number 4 because I think his mic skills might hold him back. But great outlook for 2016. I definitely think he'll be a world title holder, and I think he'll have the title at the end of 2015.
But he's number 1 on Vince's list.
I guess I would say Bray. I would say Bray. Because he has to be in that top 5 in my opinion
Yeah,
somewhere.
for sure.
I think like 4 is the only place that he really fits, in my opinion.
Who's your number 3?
That's Money in the Bank.
Really?
Seth Rollins.
I didn't think you'd make your top 5 with this outlook that you've had
I
on. Good guy.
I think he's gonna be a champion. I think he's gonna be the top heel in the company by far.
Exactly.
I think Bray is gonna turn face, and I think you're gonna see a Rollins.
What?
That would
I think
be
Rollins
sick.
is gonna reign supreme in 2015.
You know,
That would be sick.
I don't want to see Bray turn face.
Yes, you do.
He doesn't have that character that would be face.
No,
he's
he
not
doesn't
gonna
have
be
to
the
be
nice
his
guy.
character.
He's gonna be the anti-authority.
He's gonna be he's just gonna
Like
be
Dean.
him.
But you know
Like
what?
what Dean
They
should
try
be.
to look. Think about this though. Freaking Sheamus.
Mhm.
They turned him face. Where's his career at right now?
But that's a different.
But that's different. Yeah.
Undertaker's been face his entire career.
I'm
except
just
for, like,
saying.
3
I'm just
years.
saying. Like all these characters that they've turned. Randy Orton sucks at face.
Oh my god! But
Sucks at face.
Randy Orton's a natural heel though.
Natural Bray. These are natural heels. Bray to me
you don't
is
have
a
to be a
natural.
good
Bray,
guy to be
Bray
a
to
face,
me,
though.
Bray
A
to me
face
is
means
a tweener.
people love you.
Yeah.
That's basically what it means.
Yeah.
He's going to be going out. He's going to get over again unless they just bury him.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to turn him face to where he's beating up Triple H. He's beating up those guys.
Mm.
He's not going to be coming out there and selling merchandise. He's just going to be
It's just, yeah.
the
I mean,
crazy
if it's like that, I can
cult
see it.
leader.
Yeah.
If it's like that, I can see it. But Bray to me is like a natural heel in my opinion.
I mean, remember Sting
Turn
when he
into a big guy.
fended off the NWO from WCW as a face? He didn't talk for an entire year, and he was up in the rafters. He was just appearing, beating people up. He was a face because everybody just loved the guy, but he didn't say a word. You know, it's incredible.
My number 3's got to be Daniel Bryan, because I don't think that the Yes movement, like I don't think it's gonna last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think he'll hold the title maybe, but and I think the potential for him and Rollins to have a feud, maybe at SummerSlam or something like that,
Rollins
for sure. But
non-title.
No, that'll be for the title. I
For the
think.
title?
For the title.
I agree.
But I gotta go with Daniel at number 3 here.
I agree with the fact that I don't think that Yes movement will last, and that is why Daniel Bryan is not in my top 5.
Wow,
for
not
this
in the
year.
top 5.
I will put Roman
I
Reigns
feel like
Number
the first
3?
half of
at number
the
3.
year is going to be
It's gonna be a Daniel.
way
thing.
too big to not.
I don't know. Roman Reigns at number 3 just because, like, I can't wait for that rivalry with Seth.
Yeah, I know.
I just can't wait.
That to me is that's huge.
Okay.
I can't wait.
So and we already established our number 1
Number
guys.
2.
So our number 2 guys.
I think it's got to be obvious.
Dolph
John
Ziggler. No, for
Oh,
John Cena.
John Cena's out of the top 5.
For me, he's out of the top 5.
Top
John-
5.
The reason
just
being
because his name is
He's
John
still the number 2 guy in
it's
the
not.
company.
It's not because of that. It's because of
He's
like
gonna be
they're eventually. I think they're gonna run out of things.
I
for
mean,
him. Because look
they
at this.
ran
Look
out
at
a long
this.
time
The
ago.
he
potential.
ran out like 10
I know.
years ago.
But
when he came out.
the outlook for WrestleMania is him Vincent versus Rusev.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rusev's maybe the biggest heel in the company outside of
Yeah.
Rollins right now.
True.
Don't sleep
True.
on Rusev.
True.
They hate him.
True.
Don't
But
sleep
where
on
does he go
Rusev.
from there? I mean, do they just give him a
Wherever
bunch
he
of
wants to.
meaningless title matches that he's going to
You know,
lose?
John Cena is going to get at least 3 title shots this year.
Sure.
Shoe in,
He'll
but
be-
I gotta
he'll
go
main event,
Dolph.
what?
But I
6,
gotta.
7
Exactly.
pay-per-views probably.
I've
Just
go
because his name is John Cena. Nobody
You don't have
likes
Cena in your top
I don't have Cena in my
5.
top 5.
Nobody
I don't have
likes
Cena.
John Cena.
Vince would fire you on.
He
the
would fire me.
spot.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
He would kill me.
Yeah, it was.
He'd strangle my neck for not having John Cena in the top 5. But I don't have him in the top 5. I got Dolph at number 2,
Wow.
based on just the
Oh,
fans loving him.
That's my OMG moment
Uh,
right here.
The OMG moment of 2015
Cena
is Cena not being in my top 5. Yes,
That's a shocker.
Mhm.
but yeah, I got Dolph at number 2 based on him winning over the fans, him having that awesome match at Survivor Series, kind of like putting over that Daniel Bryan thing where like he's taking the shit kicking, but he's still in it, still doing it.
Okay.
So that to me showed that I think he's ready to be a top guy, and I think by the end of the year he'll be established as a top guy. So number 2, Dolph Ziggler.
Sure.
I'm gonna rework my 2016. Here. 1 second.
And obviously, number 1 is Seth
Rollins. He's the number 1 guy for me. You guys both had Cena at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you
Wow.
have at number 1 again?
He had Roman.
Oh.
I gotta go with Seth there.
Man.
Let's talk about and this is the perfect segue because this is something I really wanted to get into for 2015. Let's talk about the guy who is in all 3. He was not in all 3 of our top 5s, but he rightfully should be. Dean
I think he's
Ambrose,
just going to be another hardcore Holly.
another hardcore Holly.
Fuck hardcore.
Man,
That's what
I can see that.
That's just
You
what
know,
I think. Look at this Bray
because
I didn't
Dean-
change my top 5.
Dean's.
Look at this Bray and Dean rivalry. It's just a bunch of hardcore matches.
It is, but it's awesome. You
It
know
is
what I mean?
awesome.
Like
It is.
the promos have been amazing. The build up for it has been amazing.
I mean, but you just can't
But
get
it's
by
just-
just
you
with
can't.
being crazy.
yeah. Oh, I mean, you can. He's got that anti-authority thing going for him, but I mean, where do you
How
really
long
go
will
with
that
that?
last?
I mean, where do you really go with that? And I mean, like we were talking in the WrestleMania video, we don't even really know where he's going to be at on the card.
And,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
there was a time where like I said Dean was gonna be the guy coming out of the Shield.
Yeah.
When they first came
Yeah.
out, I said Dean was the guy.
And I think, I mean, his whole career he's been like this. Back in FCW, back in NXT, even on the Indies, he's been like this. He's been just like
But you
treated
know what?
terribly.
If the WWE does go to TV14,
He'll be the top
be up
guy.
there. He'll be up there.
Yeah, if they go TV14,
and
he'll be.
trust me, the WWE will be going to TV14.
And
think so.
this is going to be
No.
bold.
Shucky ducky,
Extremely
quack, quack.
bold. Extremely bold statement. I think he could possibly be a heel by the end of the year.
I mean, that'll be fine. I can see
Cool.
Dean as a heel.
Dean. I could see him as a heel
Oh, I
at the
think
end of the
it's
year.
it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
And here's another good one. Where does Sting kind of fit for 2015 after Mania? Where does he go? Where does he
well,
go?
it
What's
just,
his
just
contract?
depends on if Bray takes Undertaker takes the Bray match to me. Because if he takes that,
Where
then
are
I
you
think it's
going
a
with that?
Sting Taker. I would think would definitely happen then. And
So he
then,
just comes out, cuts promo, and then leaves, and we don't see him till 32.
just depends on what he wants to do. Like
Right.
at this point, we don't
Something
know.
like that.
He signed a full time in our Legends contract and he said he wants to participate full time. So
Here's the
not
thing.
yet because it's just not.
I don't want to see the Sting that was in TNA, that
Oh,
the
he'd
manager
suck.
thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm afraid that could happen. That could happen.
I don't want
but
to see him more than 5 times a year.
Really,
Wanna
If
see him
he
once a
came
month.
out on Raw more than like 3 times in the next 2 months, I don't want to see that.
I can see where you're going with
I
that.
wanna
like
see-
I
I
want
5,
to see
6
him
times.
once before WrestleMania. That's it.
I
Really?
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like all of those
I
superstars
can see
that's just part timers. I think they should all come out at least once a month. Like that's why I have so much respect for Batista last year. He came out
Yeah.
and wrestled every week. He was
Perfect.
not a part timer.
Perfect segue. Does Big Dave ever return?
No.
Really?
He making money.
Why?
He making money now.
True.
But you know what? The
True.
Rock returned.
True.
But The Rock
Good
started
point.
when he was 20.
Hey.
Batista started when he was 32. He's 45.
The Rock is also the highest grossing actor in the world right
And he's
now.
younger than Batista.
You guys are killing it right now. You guys are killing it.
That's all I'm saying. The Rock is only 43. Batista's 45.
So 2 years younger.
I-
I don't even.
I-
Come on, man.
He's younger.
Hey,
but
I don't
the
know.
time
I don't know.
difference, that's crazy.
That's the
years,
thing.
bro.
That's the
Come
thing.
on.
Is I don't
Batista
know.
was
I don't know if that's gonna
what's
make
it called?
much of a difference at all.
What was Pratt?
What-
At a bar.
Bouncer.
Yeah, he was a bouncer for like 8 years until age 30. He was like,
I-
maybe
this
I
is
should
my
try this
thing with
wrestling thing.
Batista. This is my thing with
I
Batista.
love Batista.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I would love more than anything to see him come back to WWE. It would be awesome. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I got a feeling like it will at some point. Maybe not this year, but I think it will.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
let's
when he
face it,
stops
like-
making bank.
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know.
Guardians of the Galaxy killed it, obviously, because he's
Yeah.
getting that role for James
Wasn't
Bond.
he supposed to come back if that movie didn't do that well?
There was talk that he might if it didn't do that well.
I
But
heard,
it did really
I heard
good,
like
so-
right after WrestleMania or whenever after he left, he was supposed to come back. Like
Yes.
September.
Yes.
Well, no, he was just supposed to come back to work another, couple months or something. It
But
wasn't a full-time thing.
I think he might. I think he might come back.
For maybe one match. I mean, he just landed one of the biggest roles in Hollywood, so
Right.
he's good.
In James Bond, right?
He's James Bond.
No, he's not
the
James
main
Bond. He's going to
villain
be the main villain. Though.
Oh.
So
with Daniel Craig.
I mean that's huge right there.
Skyfall sequel.
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7.
So I mean that kind of.
Not Adele song at the beginning of Skyfall. What is that song called? Skyfall.
Skyfall.
That's a cold ass.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
So we got
4, 5,
Sting
6, 7, 8.
disappearing, 5, maybe 6 times.
That's all I want to see.
You're right.
I want
He's
him
not-
to appear
he's not that interesting a
12
character
times. 12 times.
12 times. Man,
That's
that's
a
just
lot.
a lot.
12 times.
That's a lot.
I want to see him once a month.
Man.
So he's your period. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And here's
I want
here's
him to
another
be my
topic
period.
that I don't think we got into before we started this video, because some of the stuff we went over a little bit.
This is so hard.
But is there any retirements in 2015? Do we see guys walking away?
Mark Henry,
Cena.
retire.
Big
hopefully.
Show.
Big Show, retire.
No.
Come on, dude.
Kane,
Really?
retire.
I don't think Big Show wants to call it.
Undertaker,
That day.
retire.
They're,
Come on.
Our truth.
our
Is
truth.
he still on the roster?
Sure, he is.
Yeah, I think he is.
He
I
is
think he's
heavily
still on the
fired.
main roster.
1, 2, 3,
But
4, 5, 6.
Did Rey Mysterio
I mean,
formally
with
retire?
the Miz's,
Or no?
booming acting career, he might have to retire. So
Right, hopefully.
I hate that.
God, I hate Miz.
character.
I hate Miz. I don't even. It's not even the character. I just hate Miz. I don't like.
I don't mind him because of what he did, but he's turned into just a jerk.
So I mean, that kind of wraps everything up. I mean,
NXT. We gotta finish off NXT here.
well, what are you going into here with NXT?
More than just one guy. What's the future hold for our NXT superstars in 2016? What's your guys?
With my guys, well, I picked Finn Balor to be the breakout guy.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the Lucha Dragons are killing it.
Cha.
Lucha. Kevin Owens, almost said Steen again. Kevin Owens, he's a shoo-in. I think Sami Zayn will make it to the main roster by the end of the year. It's not going to be as quick as Adrian Neville,
Okay.
but I think Sami Zayn will be there. I
I'm
don't
gonna-
think they can deny him.
I'm gonna run down my 2016 rough draft top 10.
2016 top 10 NXT
Yeah.
guys.
No, just total.
16?
Just
Just
total.
total.
Just total. Damn,
Um,
2016?
Okay. So I got
That's
at number
like
10. I got
363
1, 2, 3, 4.
days.
At number 10, I got Kalisto. I think eventually he's gonna break out as a singles guy, and they're gonna give him the Sin Cara Rey Mysterio role.
I can see it.
Agree? Disagree?
Agreed.
Do you know what?
I don't know if he's going to be number 10. I think he's
I
going to
think
be
they
a little
can keep.
higher.
I think they should
You
keep him
think?
with the
I think
Lucha
so.
Dragons for a little
You might
bit.
think that until I start naming these guys.
Oh, God. Okay.
You know what?
Here
But
we
wait,
go.
wait, wait. With the Kalisto
Stop making
thing,
them up.
It's like-
with the Kalisto thing, I don't know. I think they should probably keep him as a tag team, just because the tag team division
is weak.
sucks.
It is so
Yeah.
weak.
And
Well,
that
it's so
tag
weak.
team is
We'll see.
really good right now. So,
Right.
All right.
I want to see that.
Number 9, I got Bray Wyatt.
What?
At number 9, I got Bray Wyatt for 2016.
Wait, I thought you said NXT.
No. This is
Overall.
just an overall. Okay.
2016 power rankings.
Mm.
Guys that are gonna make an impact. It might sound a little low, but the guys
I don't
above them,
think
it's
so.
hard to deny.
I don't think he's going to be that low, man. For 2016?
Mm-hmm.
No way. I don't think so.
What do
I
you
think
think?
I think he's got to be really high. Like, I don't think he's going to be number 1 or number 2.
Talking
But he's
top
got to
three,
be like,
top 4.
he's
10
got
years
to be
from
top
now?
3, top 4.
Bray's gonna have that legendary character.
He's going to be
He's
him.
young
I think.
enough to
All right.
never-
Here's
that'll
my
take
thing.
some time
Here's my
before-
thing with Bray and Dean. Like, I got Bray at number 5 for 2015, and I didn't even have Dean in the top 5. Like, none of us did.
Not even
But
close to
I
me.
feel like 2016 is their year
I don't think it's either.
For
to be
sure.
honest.
for sure.
I think Rollins is really the future of WWE.
He really is.
I
Like, no,
think Rollins is the
Yeah.
future.
yeah,
Um,
yes, he is.
At number 8, I've got Sami Zayn. I think he'll be a huge fan favorite, like he already is, and he's gonna break onto the scene and become a quick, big time face that they're just not gonna be able to.
No doubt. And I mean,
Deny.
think of the potential that they have with Sami Zayn as the
No.
face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, like the Kevin Owens thing right now is killing it.
He's a guy that
Imagine-
usually can't turn
imagine-
heel.
Imagine him like with really good heels, like
That's
Seth-
the only thing I'm afraid of. Is like if Sami Zayn can't turn heel, he'll just end up being another Cena.
I don't think he'll have
further
no.
on.
He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, though.
Yeah, he's
But I mean,
he can win
it's
you
all
over.
about character.
when it comes to the main
The
roster.
WWE
When it
fans
comes to the main roster,
have loved Daniel Bryan from the day he got in the business.
That's true.
but Daniel Bryan was also a heel.
It doesn't matter.
He actually. You
They
can't
want
even
him
say
to
that.
be. They were cheering for him when he was a heel.
Yeah, they were cheering for him
That's
as a
fine.
heel.
They loved him because they knew he could
Hey.
wrestle.
That's
Mhm.
fine. That's cool.
Number 7, I got Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph.
That's way too low, man. For 2016, that's
I don't
way
even-
too low.
I think that's not
Like
high
you're
enough.
like
Or
you're
I think
Vince,
that's not
you're
low
Vince
enough.
right now. You're Vince right
No,
now.
I'm-
You guys
I
are
think-
Vince right now.
I'm saying
Just-
what
no,
Vince
no,
is going to
no,
do.
look.
You guys are
Look,
Vince
this
right
is
now.
what Vince
This
is
is
going
what
to do.
Vince is going to do. This isn't
I don't
my,
even think it's
Yeah,
low
exactly.
enough. Like,
this isn't my hope. This is
Vince
what's going
is
to happen.
not like Dolph Ziggler.
I don't-
Ziggler.
My
No, man.
my opinion is
You can't deny
different.
it. You can't deny it.
they've
it
denied
is-
it for years now. 10
But
years
it's at a
exactly.
point. It's at a point now where it's bigger than it ever has been. I think.
All right.
Like-
Number
Okay, I'm gonna be bold here. Let's
Be
stick
bold.
on Dolph.
Helvetica.
He's gonna be Money in the Bank guy this year. He's gonna cash in, get that big pop like he did in 2013. But they're not gonna be able to stop it.
I don't.
Like this, it's gonna be Daniel
I don't
Bryan
think
2.0. I think so. I got high hopes for Ziggler.
Want to hear number 6?
Number 6.
John Cena.
Woo!
He ain't going away.
He's number 2
He's
again. Next 2016, he's number 2 again.
That's a whole year.
Hey,
I can agree with that. Honestly, I can agree with that. Number 6. That's a good
If
spot.
anything, it's pretty low for me because he's John Cena.
He is John Cena.
But I think they're gonna try to bring him back a little,
because
and he'll still be the superhero, but at a lower level on the card. To me.
right. I can agree.
There's too much talent here.
There's way too much.
Number 5, Adrian Neville.
You got him over Cena though.
I got
Wow.
over Cena.
Wow.
He's too good in the ring.
That's true. That's true.
He's
I
gonna be a
doubt it.
huge
I
fan
doubt-
favorite, and as a heel, they're gonna hate the crap out of
I
him.
think it's gonna take 2 or 3 years before Adrian Neville actually.
Now, this is
Gets
if they
booked right.
they give him a book because he's supposed to come up as Mighty Mouse.
Oh yes.
That's supposed to be his character.
What is that?
Mighty Mouse.
It's
Like the
ultimate
super,
underdog.
super Mickey Mouse little character cartoon.
Yeah.
See, that's
Because Vince watches
already.
60s cartoons.
dumb already. Dumb already. That's why I don't think Adrian
I
Neville.
love his character, the man that gravity forgot. That's a great
Yeah.
name, you know. That's a great character.
That's a T-shirt.
And
That is a
if
T-shirt.
they stick with him, I think top 5 is where he's going to be next year.
Who's your number 4?
I got Finn Balor at number 4.
I like that. That's solid. I like that. That's a good spot. And I think he's
money.
he is.
That entrance is.
2016.
Gonna be
He
so-
could be in the main roster.
He's going to be.
I think he's NXT champion by the end of the year this year. Bold,
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
No, I don't
But
think that's bad at all.
I think so.
I can see that happening.
Number 3, I got the future of the company, Seth Rollins. I think he's going to have a huge
Haters gonna hate.
2015.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
He's going to have a huge 2015, in my opinion. And
sure.
he's going to establish himself as the 3rd guy in the company because you can't get over the first 2.
They hate us because they hate us.
They ain't us.
Anus.
Anus. I know.
It's
I
not
see.
anus.
There you go.
Seth Rollins, you agree, disagree?
I mean, no.
You agree, disagree? No.
Bro, like Seth Rollins, he's
top 2.
He's
top
dope.
2. Top 2.
He
He's
is
dope. His face turn's going to be fun.
I know.
Uh,
That's. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of like Randy Orton face turn. I don't know. I don't think.
Number 2, Kevin Owens. And that's,
Wow.
to me, that's a no-brainer.
For sure. Yeah.
They love this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I kind of figured that's where you were going with
Vince
this,
probably won't like him, but Triple H, I think, is going to be ruthless with his,
You
he's
gotta
going to
put this
push
guy
for
on.
this guy so hard
But
because
Vince,
he's,
you gotta put this guy over.
him and Rollins are Triple H's 2 biggest guys.
Right.
He's not going to let Vince screw that up. That's my opinion. And at number 1, obviously, Roman Reigns. Because
Rollins.
by then, he'll be, a few-time champion. He's obviously the
I can
face
see
of the
that.
company.
I'll be honest. I can see that.
He's a decent worker, so he's good enough to pass off. He's going to start, by 2016, people are going to really start to turn on him. And he'll turn heel eventually, but, for them,
yeah.
I don't think it's going to last longer than a couple years as face of the company, right?
No, man.
I think you'll see a Kevin
We're
Owens, Seth
looking at-
Rollins, Finn Balor.
We're looking at
Rotation.
Cena. We're looking at Cena and Orton and Rollins and Reigns right now. Think about it. And with that top 10, like Orton isn't in it.
No.
That's like
No, that I can agree with
2016.
Orton not being in it.
But
though.
you know
He
what?
hasn't
I
been
can
that
agree with
relevant for a while. He was
Yeah,
a title
just
holder, but he was
because-
a little bitch.
just because he's still Orton. Like, he
Yeah.
can always pop up and
But I mean-
RKO out of nowhere.
Right.
You know?
People just watch him and they're
Right.
like, wow, he's
But I
really
mean-
good. Like,
but, yeah.
nobody hates him and nobody likes him anymore. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's fun to watch him.
So
But
I can agree with him not being in the top 10.
I gotta put him in top 10. Just be, it's Orton. It's
Where
Oregon.
would you have him?
Where would I have him?
Yeah.
That's not my top 10.
I know.
But,
Where would you have him?
He's not in the top 5.
Of course
Okay,
not.
I can see that. Yeah,
But
not that bad.
he has to be in the top 10. He has to be
So
top
would
10.
you take out a Ziggler?
I take out Neville. I take out.
You don't think Neville's going to translate?
I take out Kalisto.
Here's my thing with Reigns, like, bona fide face of the company for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can agree. I can agree with number 1, but for 2015, gotta say number 1, Seth Rollins. Gotta go with it. He's just
Seth.
Yeah.
Look at his name. His name is Seth. Seth. That's evil.
So I mean, is that how we're gonna end this on a note with a curb stomp?
Ooh. Can somebody get curb stomped on the video?
Curb stomp out of nowhere.
Who
Who wants to get
Hey,
get RKO'd on the couch?
RKO
Can
on
we
the
end it with an
couch.
RKO? Who's getting RKO?
How are we gonna film it?
Just turn around. What you mean?
How you gonna RKO somebody? He ain't in the top 10.
Ooh.
All right, we curb
Ooh,
stomp
kill
him.
him.
man.
Ah, spirit your ass.
Ooh, kill him.
Spear. Who's got the spear?
Reigns.
Oh well.
The top guy.
That never happened. That never happened.
I frostbite.
Kevin Owens with a package pile driver under the knee.
Is he? He's not a package pile driver. Is he?
On the knee, yeah.
Oh, on the knee.
Mhm.
Wow.
Finn Balor. He's got to get a standing finisher. Because that double foot stomp ain't going over.
You know who's gonna win Superstar of the Year though?
Hmm.
Sting.
No.
He's going to win.
No.
No way. No way.
He's going to win.
Because he's going to rid
It's Sting.
the
It's Sting.
WWE from the authority.
It's Sting. By fan vote, he's going to win. I'm not saying I would vote for him.
Dude, what's funny is that all these WWE fans that are in like live, at the live shows that are either our age or less never watched Sting truly, and they hated Sting, and now he's the WWE, and they're like, oh my god, it's Sting, like that's
Exactly.
awesome. It's like you don't like anything that's not WWE, so why are you cheering this guy?
The first time I really saw Sting, I was a little kid. And I was like, man, this guy's cool. Like, I wasn't a wrestling fan per se because I was a little kid, but I remember seeing Sting as a little kid. And I was like, man, this guy's awesome.
He was my cousin's favorite wrestler by far, and he was a wrestling fan. And we used to have an old video game, and I would always pick Sting. He was my favorite
Sting-
by far because of the face paint, the mystique.
Yeah, I mean,
So I didn't really know much about wrestling at the time, but I was like, Sting is awesome.
I
He
didn't.
is.
I didn't watch much WCW, so
I never really did either. But
I can't really have a real opinion on Sting. But I just know by popular demand, he will win that Superstar of the Year. Slammy.
wow.
Slammy Award.
Think he
Wow.
wins the title?
Title? No.
Oh no. No way.
If the WWE knows what's good for them, he will not win that title.
Well, I think that kind of concludes things for 2015.
All right.
Our
think so.
preview for 2015. Review of 2015.
Signing off.
Signing off.
About to head to Denny's in a little, probably.
Right. Right. We got JT.
Oh, we got it.
Signing.
Get my best Cena in there.
There's a scene.
Thank you to the troops.
Yep.
Love the kids. Feed the kids.
Later.
Stay